We are back with Euro 2024 predictions, Sophie. Today we've got day 5 predictions.
Do you want a like target? Let's go 2,000 likes again.
2,000 likes. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. It takes 2 seconds, so get involved. Make sure to share your predictions down below, as always. And just to point out, there's only 2 games to predict today, so it'll be quite a short video. Both games are from Group F. It's safe to say that the scorelines have been very difficult to predict in Euro 2024 so far. And without any further ado, let's get into them, Sophie. Starting with Turkey versus Georgia. This could be a really interesting game because I don't know what to expect from Georgia.
I don't, and I don't think many people will either, because with teams like that, where you don't really know many of the players, they could surprise you. Ultimately, you will underestimate them. I mean, watching as a neutral, I'm underestimating them. But if Turkey do that, that could then lead to their downfall. Yes,
I saw that Georgia did really well in the qualifying, but when it comes to these big tournaments, I've not seen them there before, so it will be interesting. They've got a couple of players you need to watch out for. Zivsivadze and Kvaratskhelia in particular. If they can get some goals, that'd be crucial in this group. Do they have a chance of getting through? You do feel like they need to beat Turkey, and Turkey are going to be strong favourites to win this game. Turkey definitely have some players that can influence this game and this group, with Yilmaz, Onur and Yazici. I think Turkey will win this game, but I think Georgia might surprise us in this competition. Maybe they will get a couple of goals, or maybe even beat someone that we don't expect them to. Yeah. It's going to be difficult because you've also got Portugal and Czech Republic in this group.
It is a tough group.
It is. Especially if you're Georgia.
Exactly.
I'm going to give Georgia a goal, but I'm going to go for Turkey to win this game. I'm going to predict Turkey 2, Georgia 1.
Yeah, do you remember 3 years ago at the Euros, everyone had Turkey as their dark horses, and they ultimately flopped?
They didn't do very well last time,
They didn't do very well at all, but I wonder if people maybe put too much expectation on them, and
possibly
whether that got into the camp, I don't know. But yeah, we'll see how they get on with this Euros. I think they are going to win this one. I'm not going to give Georgia a goal. I'm going to say 2-0 Turkey. I think, as you mentioned, they've got some good players. It will be interesting to see how Georgia get on. But as I said, I am at the moment underestimating them because I've never watched them in a big competition. So they could genuinely surprise me here. But I'm going to be boring and lean towards the favourites and go Turkey 2-0.
There you go. I'm excited for that game because I don't really know what to expect, actually. On to the next game, Sophie, the final game we are predicting today. It's Portugal versus Czech Republic. Czech Republic are a decent team, actually. They're very well drilled. They've got a couple of good players. But Portugal, Sophie, they look very, very strong. You know, you've got the likes of Jota, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Diaz, Cancelo, Cristiano Ronaldo. So many good players in this team. They've got half of the Wolves team as well, of course. Can they actually go on and win the Euros like they did 8 years ago?
Remember that. I think it is harder for them. Although it was hard for them to win it then, to be honest. Remember, they got through without actually winning a game. So
yeah, they didn't win any games in the group.
So they could do it again, but it's so hard because Portugal do have a really, really good team, and they need to win this one. They need to win their group for a good chance of the next round. But
I expect them to get to the semi-finals.
Yes, yeah, I expect them to do quite well, to be honest. But Czech Republic, you can't really write them off in this one.
No, Czech Republic have a couple of decent players. They've got Barak, they've got Thomas Souček, they've got Soufal as well. I think they're going to be a really difficult obstacle, and I wouldn't actually be surprised if they get something from this game. I think some people might get a little bit carried away with Portugal, but I am going to go with Portugal to win. I do think Portugal look very, very good. I just think, though, that when they come up against the big teams, that'll be the real tests for them, because they did incredibly well in the qualifying, but I want to see what they do when they play France, Germany, England. They did actually lose in a friendly to Croatia before the tournament got underway, but will that have any bearing on this game? Possibly not. As for a prediction, Sophie, I will back Portugal. I will back Czech Republic to get a goal and to make it tight, but I'm going to go Portugal 2, Czech Republic 1.
Okay, I'm going to give Portugal a clean sheet. As we mentioned, they've got some good players. Got Cancelo at the back, Ruben Diaz as well, lead in the back too.
Yeah.
A lot of these players have experience more so club football, but at a very, very high level. So the pressure won't really be getting to them as much, you'd hope. Yeah, as we've mentioned, Czech Republic, they are a very well-drilled team. They don't have any like standout world-class players, but they do have some good players, so they are capable of getting something from this. I'm not going to back it. I'm not going to give them a goal either. I think Portugal's just going to be too much for them. I'm going to say 2-0 Portugal.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're very, very good attacking, and it'll be interesting to see how they get on defensively as well. As you mentioned, they've got a good midfield, so they've got a strength all over the pitch, and I think they're going to put that on display in this game. So 2-0.
2-0 to Portugal. Quickly, how much influence do you think Ronaldo will have on this Portugal team? Because remember years ago, he was the star man.
Yeah.
He's still very good and still getting quite a few goals for Al Nassr in the Saudi League, but is he going to be a bit more of a rotation player?
I think so. I think if Portugal want to do really well, you can't be solely reliant on Ronaldo right now.
They've got lots of other good players, yeah.
Yeah, what I will say is that having Ronaldo around the team, like we saw when he went off years ago when Ronaldo got injured himself during the final, and he was on that sideline leading the team, pushing them, everything. So I think he's got an influence just being around the squad. He's got that experience, very, very good player. I think he's going to play almost like a player kind of coach role, and I think it's going to be important for them.
There you go. So we're both backing Portugal to beat Czech Republic, and we are both backing Turkey to beat Georgia. Well, let us know your predictions down in the comments, guys. That wraps up day 5 of the Euro 2024 predictions. Like I say, only 2 games today. We will be back on Monday to predict Croatia versus Albania, Germany v Hungary, and Scotland versus Switzerland. They are all massive games. Thank you for joining me, Sophie.
Thank you.
Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. We will see you in the next video. Peace out.